Hey everybody, DXUN here, and this one will be a quick little guide about Revan. Yes, Revan, the annoying one. Long fight, but in very simple mechanics. It's very simple. Here's the first one. 2 people will get called out. 4, one sec, let's put my, in this case, Kalira and DXUN54, whatever. These 2 people get called out, and they both have a saber that's gonna basically run after them for a long ass time. So the trick here, what to do, is to knock them off, push them away to the outside of the ring, or inside of the ring. Doesn't matter which side you go for, as long as you actually knock them off the platform. And then they're gone. Then you can go back to being with everybody else in the middle here and heal, DPS, DPS, tank, and let's get going let's keep going. So again, sabers, make sure you knock them off the platform. You'll see that happening. Sometimes some people don't have knockbacks or push away, so it's really important that you figure that out and actually help out, like this case right here, which was our healer, who's an agent, and she cannot knock back anything. Actually, she's not an agent. She is, but she's a healer. Here's one of the abilities. Again, just don't stand in front of it. Pretty simple. DPS. It's a fairly long fight, so messing up the little things will really be a bad idea. So again, make sure that you don't. And we say that, but a lot of people mess up the jumping parts and all that stuff, which you'll see in a few seconds once we get to that part. But anyways, that's phase 1. We just basically get in. Again, the sabers pop out. Again, Dash and Kalira, again, both are healers getting the sabers. And as long as you have it, like as you can see, everybody else kind of tries to help out to make sure that those sabers get knocked off the platform completely. And then Revan is gone, and then we start phase 2, which is HK, if I remember right. And there he is. HK47 shows up, and again, same as the previous iterations of HK, don't stand in front of him. The other thing is he will have a bubble, and once that bubble is up, you want to make sure that you are inside of it. Also, what will happen is, you just saw there, you will get little bombs actually on you, and they'll start like ticking, like they're gonna explode. Actually, it sounds exactly like that boss fight in what's it called? You had like the major or the lieutenant, depending on which faction you were doing it from, and then you would get these bombs, and you would have to go to this console, click on the console, and then the bombs would get off of you. It's in a quad drive yard, right? And you would have to, like, the sound that it makes, like as you get the bombs on you, like that's the same sound it makes there. And again, you just have to make sure you spread out. You don't want to spread out too close to the edge, just in case you somehow manage to get knocked on your ass and fall off the platform. But usually you're pretty safe, like just like within here, or here, you're usually pretty safe, right? So again, it's not that complicated. Just spread out a little bit, take the damage, get back in the middle, get healed up. So let's carry on. So again, DPSing, staying away from in front of HK can be a little tricky at first. Here's the bubble I was talking about. Make sure you're inside that, because if you're not, you cannot DPS. Again, bombs happen, and SWTOR died. I think he got knocked off the platform. I would have to recheck, but more DPSing, more healing, more tanking. Let's see. He'll die at some point. Again, he's almost done. Another bomb. Everybody collapse in. He disappears, and here we go. Now you see the blocks moving in the air, and they're going to reconstitute the stairs. And if you go here, now it's actually, let's pause that for a second. You have two choices here. You can either jump straight up from here up to the stairs, or you can jump up here and then jump from up here down to the stairs here. Which obviously this one's probably easier, but there's a tiny little ledge here, and some people can get clipped or whatever and fall. Again, your preference is probably better than whatever you're most confident with, but I prefer the top one. That's the one I usually take, and I haven't fallen yet. So let's get going. There he goes. See what I'm saying? You can get kind of clipped around that damn freaking lamp or whatever light. So now we go up, and then the next part is to kill these machine focus. There's like 6, I believe, or 4. I think it's 6. We'll see as we go. I think it's 6. And you want to kill them as fast as possible, because the longer they take to go down, the more damage you take. It's not that hard to do in SM, so it's not gonna kill your raid, even if I'm low health right now. So DPS, that one's down. It might be actually 4. And here we go. Done with that part. Now you're going to see Revan, and he's going to start casting, and you want to start DPSing him. And here we go, so our blades are back. And again, make sure you knock them off the platform. You see here, I'm going to fail, I think. Oh no, I succeeded. And here's the next thing. It's the same as phase 1. The only difference is those purple circles. And those actually move. They're not going to stay there still. They're going to completely move, and eventually here there's going to be a gap making. There's going to be a gap made so you can go through. So if you're like, oh shit, I can't go through, but on this side it's open. You're almost better to stay here and wait for the gap to open, because by that time you're going to be closer to your group anyway. As soon as that gap opens. So again, they move and they hit fairly hard, so you do not want to stand in them whatsoever. So let's keep going, and as you can see, the gap just open, and then you can walk through as needed. And get back in there. I think I was completely smashed that day too. So again, heal away, the same thing as phase 1, except you have the purple circles now, and there's 4 of them that spawns usually, and you have to again make sure you stand out as stupid. See, I did it this time. I tried to go the other side, and I realized, you know what, it's going to take me just as much time, because they open both sides at the same time in this case. Now I'm in a bad spot because I'm in front of the boss. Don't want to do that ever. DPS, DPS, DPS. Sabers showing up, trying to knock them off the platform. Circles, stay out of that. There we go. Now we go to the next phase. There's going to be a circle that's going to spawn. There you go. We see it right there. Blue, pale blue circle. Go into that, and it'll bring you to the next level, which is the last one, where you see Revan casting something, and you want to go and start DPSing him down. At that point, it's almost the end of the fight. All it is a very, very tiny DPS check, because if you've gone through under Lurker, you should have plenty of DPS to kill that. That is an SM. Who knows about hard mode and company? So there he goes away soon. Come on, go away. And again, purple circles, lightsabers. Same drill as phase 2. Nothing different in this one, just a rinse and repeat from the last one. Well, not phase 2, phase 3, sorry. Phase 2 is HK. And there he goes. Revan goes away, and then the machine will show up. Machine core. At this point, you want to DPS as hard as you can. And just one little tip before we actually get there. Some people actually like to put those purple circles that Shadows put to increase healings and all that stuff. The thing is, when those circles are actually in here close, it almost looks the same. So you really got to pay attention to not standing stupid, because if you do, you'll more than likely wipe, and wiping at this point in time really is brutal. So again, make sure that you actually don't stand in the wrong purple circle, and you should be fine. After that, it's just DPSing the core, and let's see, let's just play it just because, you know, we can. DPS, 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 DPS. And DPS, 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 DPS. Maybe I could actually move it forward. What do you guys think? I think so too. Oh, I went too fast. There you go, loot. Yay, loot. Whoa, woo. Again, very easy fight. The hardest part of this fight is jumping the goddamn freaking, making it to, I guess, the stairs to go to the second floor. That's the toughest part of this encounter. That's about really it. And again, if you've gone through Squadron and Underlurker, there's no way that this should be a problem. So again, thanks for watching. See you guys later.